Welcome back to Giant Reads. Today I'm going to actually talk about both the book and the movie To All the Boys I've Loved Before. And this definitely will contain spoilers from both. So if you haven't read them if you haven't read the book and you haven't watched the movie, then definitely stop watching now. Fair warning. The first thing just to tell you, if you live under a rock and have no idea what I'm talking about, so the very basic premise of the book is that Laura Jean, she's 16, she's written 5 love letters to boys that she's loved before, and secretly all of those letters get sent out and she's kind of dealing with the consequences, and in so doing she's having to just figure everything out with all these 5 guys, and although one of them's not really in the movie and very small role in the book as well. And while she's trying to do that, she starts pretend dating Peter Kavinsky, who was one of the boys who got one of the letters, in order to make it look like she doesn't have feelings for it. Doesn't like her neighbor Josh, whose sister just broke up with him after dating for 2 years because she went away to college in Scotland. That's really all you're going to get from me in terms of the plot or the synopsis, because I really think that you should probably want to take a look at either one or both. And so I don't want to give away too much, although the rest of this I'm going to be talking about a lot of things that are in the movie and in the book. The first thing that I want to talk about is just a couple of scenes that were in the book but not in the movie. So the first one is that in the book, Laura Jean's in an actual car accident pretty early on in the book. And after the accident, the other driver is just some old guy, has no part in the book. He's like, my car's fine, I'm going to leave. And after that happens, she's literally just sitting on the side of the road crying and just kind of hopeless. And so when that happens, Peter Kavinsky actually comes by and kind of waits with her, talks to her, and all of that. And it kind of just shows that he's not really such a douchebag, kind of like he's being portrayed at the very early stages of the book. And that was not in the movie, because he actually waits with her for a little while and they talk, and so it was kind of nice. Now, the other scene though that was not in the movie but it was in the book was that there was actually an estate sale. So Peter, you learn in the book that Peter's mom actually owns an antique store, and so obviously they're going to be looking for different and cool things to be selling there. And in the book there's actually an estate sale for this old guy, and Peter and Laura Jean actually go there together, and this is after they've already started pretend dating. And so they go there, and it's really cool because, for one, he's 45 minutes late to pick her up in the morning because he's going to get her donuts right at the beginning. And then also, though, what I thought was cool was that when they actually go to the estate sale, they're racing these old people who are also they also have an antique store. And I don't know, I just thought that was kind of funny, just the whole thing with the estate sale. The next thing that I actually wanted to talk about is actually scenes that are in the movie but not in the book. And so at the very beginning, once the letters get out, and she's really like, oh crap, what's going on? When Peter Kavinsky actually first talks to her about it, he's like, hey, that's cool and flattered, but it's not going to happen type of thing. She actually faints because she realizes oh crap, this is the letter that I wrote for him. And the letter she wrote was from years ago. So she actually faints in the movie. I thought it was so funny. I just thought it was the cutest thing, honestly. I don't know why, but I just thought it was perfect for the moment. Shortly after that, literally, he's literally picking her up off the ground. Josh comes by, another one who has the letter, her next door neighbor, her sister's ex-boyfriend. He's coming by. Clearly, you can tell with the way they're showing it that he has the letter in his hand. He wants to talk to her about it. And so that's when she kisses Peter, and that's when the whole thing kind of starts becoming a thing that they're going to ultimately pretend date. And so I thought in the movie that was actually better than how it happened in the book, because her fainting was just perfect, honestly. In the movie, at the very end of the book, she actually goes to Peter, and I'm talking last couple of minutes. She goes to Peter during practice and tells him, she actually writes him a letter and tells him that she likes him and she's not playing a game anymore. She's not pretending. And I mean, I think it's a little cliche because it's only been a couple of months, but Peter tells her that he loves her, blah blah blah. So the part that Peter's saying that he loves her, I think that's a little bit silly because it's a little too much. But again, the whole thing's kind of silly, so it's okay. So I thought that was a really kind of way to close the movie, and I thought it was fun. But in the book, oh my goodness, that is not what happens at all. So in the book, at the very end, she starts writing Peter a love letter, like a full-on love letter, even more so from the one that she wrote previously. And it ends. Oh my goodness, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. Like, I was fully expecting, because I will say, I watched the movie first when it came out on Netflix, and then I read the book just recently. But I was fully expecting that ending from the movie, but no! Oh. So, I don't know if I'm really a fan of cliffhangers, and that's not really a cliffhanger, I guess, because I think I'm more of just spoiled from the ending in the movie, but oh my goodness, I couldn't believe it. Last couple of things I want to just talk about, or kind of some of the, not only, still kind of differences, but the main difference that I noticed from after reading the book, and then also I watched the movie actually for the third time immediately after I finished the book, it was that in the book, Laura Jean is actually, she's a little bit more obnoxious and kind of pushy in the book than she is in the movie. In the movie, she's like super shy and super reserved. She has her moments where she's like, you know, I'm not going to take this or whatever from anybody. But in the book, she's pretty, like, she's kind of obnoxious, especially with her sister, with Kitty. But in the book, she's super shy and super reserved. I mean, in the movie, she's super shy and super reserved, pretty much throughout. And so, I don't know if it's necessarily a negative, it's just a matter of a difference. I don't even know that I would have a preference, because she's only 16, so she's going to be kind of just like, blech, sometimes. To me personally, the book is always going to be better than the movie, just because it has to be, because you cannot make a good movie from a really bad book. You can only make a really good movie or a great movie from a really good or a great book. That's just my belief, and you can disagree if you want to. So those are some of the differences between the two. I actually told somebody just yesterday when I finished it that I rated the book like 8.75. She asked me out of 10, so I said 8.75 out of 10. And for me, that's a 5-star reading. That's why I rated it on Goodreads when I finished. So I really enjoyed both. I've seen the movie multiple times, and I read the book super fast. It was like 2 days in total, just from one day to the next when I finished it and started. So I really liked them both. I'm sure that a lot of people probably felt the same way, because they were not poorly done. There was no overarching thing that I was like, wow, that's not really good. So I imagine I'm probably in the majority there. But definitely, if you have your thoughts on either the book or the movie, definitely leave them in the comments. And do not forget to subscribe. I'm trying to make videos every week now. I'll see you next time.